that's playing up. Okay, we're playing some Geonosis on Battlefront 2. If you are watching, feel free to talk in the chat. Looks like we've got one viewer at the moment, but yeah, we're just going to be jumping into some Geonosis on Battlefront 2. Just get the chat up on my laptop. I'm going to start doing streams more often, like try and do some every day and just get some gameplay in, because I play every day anyway, so might as well just do it, and yeah, hopefully people enjoy watching it. Okay, looks like we got someone viewing again. Please feel free to talk in the chat. This is my first proper stream, probably. I did a little bit of one yesterday. Gonna turn this sound down. Yeah, by all means, talk in the chat, and you know, I'll try and respond. Makes these streams a lot easier to do if you've got something to interact with. Otherwise I just feel like I'm talking to no one, but I'm going to be doing these more often. And yeah, hopefully people watch. Regardless, I'm going to enjoy playing this, because this map is pretty amazing. I was using the 80 on this map a lot. Well, not on this map, just in general. I thought it was the best gun. For this map, I think this gun's actually really good because it's got the range and the power. The 80 doesn't have great range.
Rebuild it from scratch, you have, but do it fast. Let's make some magic out there. Patch her up. I really hope the admirals can spare some support. Got it. Initiating transmission.
I am not doing great right now. Been whenever I play, obviously desperately trying to get Obi-Wan, but I'm pretty much an average player, and I occasionally have good games, so I'm more likely to get. I'll probably get a hero, but probably won't be Obi-Wan. I remember when Grievous came out, it was exactly the same. Everyone's scrambling to get him. But I've been playing lots of heroes versus villains to max him out. I think I've got Grievous at 39 at this point, which is one level off max. I kind of feel annoyed when I max them out though, because I want to obviously level up heroes and, you know, make progress, but also I like playing as certain heroes I like, so I'm often finding myself in Galactic Assault seeing I've got a hero, you know, like Darth Maul or Vader, who I've maxed out, and seeing I can play as them, but often just going for someone like Boba Fett, who I'm not as good with. I think I'll find them now. I'm still getting familiar with this map.
That rides all that's between the droids and the factory.
What am I doing? I haven't actually seen a lot of ATRTs be particularly successful on this map. Don't know if it's massively for them. This map's great because it's very much vehicle driven, which I think is often at the detriment of the maps, but this one has such a brilliant balance to it. I got some gameplay of the is it the AAT, I think, the like droid tank. Earlier today I played with that for a little bit, and I was just being able to sit somewhere in siege mode, taking out ATCEs, and it worked really well. And usually I don't do that well with them. Oh my god, awful. There we go. I don't know if that speaks more to my skill as much as that person trying to melee me, but yeah.
That tank's the only thing that'll keep the Seps away from the factory. ATE almost there, I can feel it. Just a bit longer.
Oh.
Nice. That ATT is just what we need.
No. I'm liking the 200 plus one. The squad system has been brilliant so far.
Not to diminish your accomplishments, but we just figured out where the bugs flew off to. The droids are deploying additional
Yeah,
units
if you are
to
watching, I think, yeah, I still got one viewer, just, or not, it's probably me, that's good.
Destroy the transports before they can retake the droid factory.
In case someone wants to watch.
Standard fire's not going to cut it. We've got to soften the ships up. Try to get creative with the HC East heavy cannon.
Let's go to Facebook quickly, see if we can share some more stuff. Might be able to go to that thing. keep at it and hopefully people will start watching.
Found a squad with a few ATEs to spare, but don't waste them because they're all we've got till reinforcements arrive.
Okay, that's not tough now. I'll actually get some in this one here. Stream. Pause. No views. And me getting confused when I was looking at the chat. Really do nothing. Oh dear. Charge it. No, the siege doesn't work. I'll use the oil thing. There we go.
Now, they're unprotected. Opening fire on the hostiles. The hostiles' defense is a bit... That whole heat signature's spiking. Their shields are down. Letting her rip. Just a little more firepower to detonate the fuel cells.
Hi, looks like we've got a viewer. By all means, well, I just started streaming today, so not a lot of views, but thanks for streaming. If you want to drop something in the chat, you know, whatever, I'm happy to, you know, talk while playing some Geonosis, and they're gone.
Knox! Hot self-transport eliminated. Make it a clean sweep. They lost their shields. Opening fire on the hostile. We need to do a better job of disrupting those defenses. Remind me not to invite you guys to a party. Reinforcements.
You want a few extra bodies, you'll have to set the table for us. There's a good site for an LZ up near those abandoned turbo lasers.
It's your show, troopers. Secure the LZ for our gun crews. Observing an HTE on the battlefield.
Taking Vanguard, follow me!
An ally just landed! The droid control ship's preparing for liftoff. Pick up the pace. Ally on site. A lot of firepower. Lock the LZ down. Not a Roger from the lot of them. Good news. Superior reinforcements landing.
HTE descending to turbo lasers. Awaiting gun crews.
Republic gunners just waiting on you now.
They took out the walker.
Tank deployed. Watch your hits. Eyes up. Walker's coming down. Enemy leader attacking! Cover our crews. They're almost at the guns.
North the HTE.
ATTE inbound. Our gunners are almost in position. Found a walker.
This could be fun.
First cruiser landing. Wipe out the rest of the droids. It's not every day you stop an army and destroy a droid factory. Remarkable. Artillery! Fire when ready!
Republic thinks they can blow up our factory.
Oh, we've got our first viewer. This is one of my just talking.
Their defenses.
Yeah, on PS4. Yeah.
Eliminate them so we can retake the factory.
I know PC's better, but I've always played on the PlayStation.
Calculations suggest the enemy intends to retake 2 of their command centers. This data will make it easier to blast them.
I'm not even going to touch the Xbox argument because I'm really not knowledgeable on that at all.
Those clones are causing trouble. I do not know what kind, but kill them anyway.
Yeah, no, I do want to move over to PC eventually, but I just think the gaming PC I have at the moment will not be able to handle this game. I've got GTA on it, and it is really low quality. I have to like put the graphic settings right down. But playing it on PS4 isn't awful. I don't really have a comparison. I know a lot of people say they prefer playing shooters on PC because it's just competitive playing. There's situations you will get in on console that you just would never get in on PC. So obviously just aiming and stuff is way more precise. And if you watch people like Battlefront updates, you'll see that on Battlefront updates you'll see he plays PC, and you'll notice it doesn't. There's no really much time watching it render. Whereas when you come in on this spawn menu, you see the skins and stuff. You know, the models just slowly rendering into like better quality. And once it's rendered, it looks great. But yeah, at the time. Feel free to just, you know, chat away in the stream. You know, you're the first.
sure wants their base back.
These clones are on borrowed time. The factory shall be ours.
Spread out. Hey, someone check their credentials. They're about to put us out of a job.
Stop the clones from recapturing their posts.
Rearming your closest. Every droid must fight. Roger, roger. Calculate line. Surrender. Danger at the controls. Big danger.
The factory is all but ours. That was an entertaining distraction. Inform command they can begin their assault on the droid factory.
Reviving units. We need more time to rig the charges on the droid factory. You've got to push those clankers back. All that's left, sir. You can count on us. Those seps will restart the droid foundries if we let them. We take the comm post and call for help. It wouldn't hurt to check the vehicle depot. Something had to survive. Commander, an HDE. Contact the Republic. Do whatever you have to do. Tell them we need help. Now! Reactivate that ATTE. Damaged or not, better than nothing. Let's make some magic out there. Patch her up! I need a second, but I may have a signal lock. Do whatever you have to do to contact our people. Ground team under fire. Need backup. Repeat, need backup.
Got your distress signal, lads. Sending you a care package now.
All right, next stop, vehicle staging area. Grenade out! Vehicle station activated. Crank her up, quick as you can. Yes, powering up. Final system check underway. With luck, that tank can keep them busy till the cavalry arrives. Superior ally taken to the battlefield. Good work, troopers, and we've got another problem. Pair of droid transport ships. They hold more than enough firepower to storm the factory before help arrives. We're not done yet. Destroy those transports and fast! Standard fire's not gonna cut it. We've got to soften the ships up. Try to get creative with the HDE's heavy cannon. An ally just landed! another squad with a few HTEs to spare. But don't waste them because they're all we've got till reinforcements arrive. Enemy reinforcements, I don't like this. One transport scrapped, one to go. Transport vulnerable. We're doing it. The hostile hull won't take my call. The defenses are back up. To invite you guys to a party. We've got backup.
Alright, clones, you want a few extra bodies, you'll have to set the table for us. There's a good site for an LZ up near those abandoned turbo lasers.
Your show, troopers! Here are the LZ for our gun crew. Reinforcements have arrived. Unidentified enemy deploying to the field. Attempting to pulling up stakes. They took out the walker. Knocked and firing. Man, there's another walker. Superior ally deployed to our site. Lock the LZ down. Not a roger from the lot of them. Someone's landing. Enemy leader, maybe. Ah, the walkers are gone. Found a walker.
Hi, welcome to the stream. We're just doing some Geonosis. It's one of my first streams. Just feel free to, jump in the chat. Much easier to... That's a good thing about streaming, you can interact with the viewers. But yeah, I don't know if you've played Geonosis or not, but yeah, we're just streaming a lot of it, because playlist ends after today, and it is by far the best map in the game, in my opinion. It's a double XP, so hoping to get some heroes. Grievous. It's really good they fixed Grievous actually, he's working really well now. This isn't really his map, so I'm not the best. I mean, I think the last streak I got with him was like, in this map, was like 8, which isn't fantastic. I've done better. But usually, I think my streams were best when our Palpatine was broken, because then, then you could just shoot through walls and chain lightning. So just get the objective. On Naboo, when you're capturing the point, you can just kill them from behind the wall. Same with Kashyyyk with the turbo tanks. I've got to say, I think they need to, with the jump trooper, really glad they changed the Camino jump trooper to black. But the select logo on the spawn screen is still the phase 2 one, regardless of if you play on Geonosis or Camino. And I like it, but I like obviously the trooper and everything. And it's really a minute thing as far as gameplay and everything. But it'd just be a nice attention to detail. They've done it a lot. It's the same with when you equip skins, it would be great to see, like, I've got the solo skin for Lando, the one with the yellow on it and the black cape, and I love that skin. It would be great to see like Donald Glover on the on the spawn screen. But yeah, thanks for coming to watch. This is, I'm going to start doing these more regularly. We're quite a small channel. We've had a few, Okay, lost a viewer again. I'm sure people who watch this back will often hear me just talking to viewers, seeing them disappear, and have a massive sigh. But I'm going to keep at this and just, you know, see where it goes. Regardless, I'm going to play this game, so, you know, I might as well try and make something out of it.
The Republic thinks they can blow up our factory. I will enjoy teaching them a lesson. We obliterated their defenses, but one squad survived. Eliminate them so we can retake the factory. The clones are attempting to reclaim 2 of their forward command centers. Secure both locations. Those clones are causing trouble. I do not know what kind, but kill them anyway. You'll never get anything done with them alive.
Yeah, hello, welcome to the stream, Bardakadonk. What? I'm sorry if I butchered that pronunciation. Yeah, no, this map is amazing. They've done a really... This game had a bit of a shaky launch, but regardless, this game has always been absolutely beautiful. And they've really nailed this. This is by far my favourite map gameplay-wise, and visually I'm sure it's there too. Obviously it's hard to make a call, you know, this early. But this game just plays so differently, and it looks so amazing.
Whatever they're doing.
So yeah, completely agree. You know, you can see the Geonosis in the sky, which is really fun. There's statues of Geonosis around. It's really a great map. Thanks for joining the stream, by the way. You know, I'm starting to do these, so it's good to see people joining. By all means, just, you know, chat away in the stream, in the chat below. Talk Star Wars, Battlefront 2. Things. I haven't actually used these because I'm never very good with them, but I've seen some other people be quite successful with them, so it might be something I try. The thing, like, with troopers, obviously there's not much you can do about it, but I try to max out as much as I can. I've maxed out all the, like, vehicles in, you know, in the main game. As far as, like, ships, I've only maxed out the fighter. It's just a bit annoying, you know, you want to play as stuff when you've maxed it out. Sometimes I just feel like, nah, I want to max out this other thing that I'm not as good with. Kind of a habit I'm starting to get out of. But it's just why I'm happy they're adding new stuff, like Obi-Wan and Grievous, by far. Don't think they're the best heroes in the game, but my favourites, because I love the prequels, I grew up with the prequels. When Anakin and Dooku get added, it's just great to have something you love. And just, you know, I've got the encouragement to play it because I want to level them up. Although Grievous, I'm almost done now, I think I'm one away from max. Oh, yeah, I'm not doing good here. I think they've maxed up the ATT health recently. I think I saw Ben Walk tweet about that, and it's kind of changed. I think they've upped it by 2,000 just because the ATTs were getting particularly easy to destroy. But overall, this map's been really good. I don't think it... Actually, no, a couple of games ago. I was going to say I don't think it usually gets ended at Phase 2. It's either seems to be droids can stop the clones at Phase 1, or it's end at Phase 3, you know, when there's the win for the clones, obviously. So that's the only way the clones can win. But really, I think with the droids, you either win here or Phase 3. I've won at Phase 2 once. I haven't played a massive amount of this. I mean, I've been playing it as much as I can, but yeah, I've only had one Phase 2 victory when it comes to being with droids. Hopefully they add this to like arcade and blast and stuff soon, because this first phase map would be perfect. And still actually larger, which I think would be fun. Yeah, no, I used to play a lot of Speeder on Starkiller Base. It was the best map to play it, because, you just spawn as the officer, you all spawn in a massive groups, you spawn as the officer, use the battle command, and then I just get it, and, you know, you can just run people over. I've been really enjoying the Speeders in this, actually, and I hope they introduce them on some other Clone Wars maps. I don't know if this is a PS4 issue or my controllers, but with the, is it the Stab, the droid one? It's been kind of tricky to control and not like getting the speed always. I don't know what that is, but yeah, no, I really enjoy playing as the Speeders, and you know, they're so cheap. I just, but as far as points, I just sometimes find myself playing as them if there's no hero available. Yeah, no, the Speeders are definitely something fun, and I'd really like them to see them implement these Clone Wars ones into some other maps. Oh, that was a bad choice. On Starkiller Base, I think the Speeders are a lot, are probably at their best. Like, I remember when I was trying to level up all the vehicles after I'd done the Troopers, I was playing the Speeders as much as I could, but apart from on Starkiller Base, it was just like, it was good because obviously they're really cheap, so you can get them really easily, but then it's, you know, getting the playtime and getting the kills to get the points is the tricky thing. That's kind of what I try to utilise these, or did before I maxed all that stuff out. I tried to utilise these, double XP weekends. Aiming with the droid speeder is pretty wonky because you can't really aim upwards. Yeah, no, exactly, and that's a general. Oh, I'll go for. Oh, there's more. That's a general issue with the speeders. I think just firing upward. I think the bike speed is okay, but you kind of have to stop with it. The fact that they've got so much height makes it kind of a lot harder to aim with them because they're obviously quite high up in the air. And yeah, well, yeah, when moving, the aiming is a lot trickier. All the way out there. This map is just so huge. Like, I had some friends over the other day and just kind of showed them some gameplay of Geonosis. And you know, when I was spawned as Maul again, I was in this same situation actually. I spawned in a similar area, and you're just running. It just looks like Maul going for a jog because the map's just so huge. It takes so long to make it up there. Can I make this jump? Yeah, there we go. Oh dear. This isn't going to go well. Usually I get like, oh. Usually I don't get massive kill streaks with heroes, especially a lightsaber one. Dear, oh dear. Yeah, this is one of my less good streaks. I'm afraid this isn't quality gameplay. Oh, never got a kill streak. Does the chokehold like hurt? Do you know if the chokehold actually hurts them when they hit the wall? I've seen it happen sometimes, but generally that doesn't. It seems to be on the choke that it hurts. Oh. Oh, that was good. Quality gameplay here. Oh, come on, let's try out the stats since we just mentioned it. Yeah, see here, it's speeding up now, but before when I was playing, it just took a little bit. Yeah, I see what you mean. Aiming up, it's very limited. Like, I'm putting my joystick all the way up here, and it's just not, and when you stand still, it's really not much better, is it? Right, get some damage on it. Yeah, the aiming is just so unreliable, Jesus. Mate. I'm getting some decent points, I guess. Oh, this thing's temperamented. I do wonder what happened to the rockets when they did community transmission on this update. They mentioned about Battle Geonosis. Oh, mentioned that you'd have rocket launchers, which would obviously allow everyone to do damage. Otherwise, you would have to get up close and do damage on the lower parts. But they've changed it and didn't mention it as far as I'm aware. So that it's just hurting the bottom, which I think works. I think the rocket launch, like at the moment, it's quite balanced game mode. I think the rockets might have hindered that. But yeah, it's interesting that they didn't actually mention that, they just did it. But I haven't seen a massive amount of people mention it other than if you watch Battlefront updates, he's like the biggest. He's the big Battlefront YouTuber. He mentioned it. Oh dear. siege mode just wipes people out. Well, people don't seem to, and I can understand why if you don't pay attention to community transmissions, if you're more of a casual player who don't follow everything. A lot of people don't actually seem to understand how to play the objective as the clones. You know, you have to buy the ion thing, but like at the ships here, to actually let everyone else do damage, and I've seen a lot of people just shooting at it because it just at the cache. I think similarly with the ATTE, a lot of people have had to actually, you know, figure out for themselves that you can only damage the ATTE on the bottom, which might kind of, you know, somewhat I can envy that perspective, you know, just owning this game and not paying attention to everything. I don't know how many people actually do that. I can envy the perspective of being surprised with stuff, but at the same time, I think then that's how a lot of people end up having this kind of skewed view that this game is awful and, you know, it's still, you know, barely any content, because, yeah, I don't know, I've seen a lot of people complaining about lack of content, and it has slowed down since this update. Obviously we're going to be getting more next year with Anakin and Dooku, and hopefully Ahsoka and Padme if those leaks are correct, which they sure sounded like it. I'm also hoping for more maps, but I don't know how likely that is. From what they said, they take like 5 to 6 months, so we can hope for some. It certainly seems like we are going to be getting some major content next year, but they'd have to be already working on it. So here's hoping. Oh, but that was a weird noise. Oh, didn't even get that guy. No, didn't get that guy either. Doing damage. Oh, that. No, it's not quite good. They just function like regular speed bikes as far as I'm aware. I think I've only played it like once. I can't seem to run people over with it actually. I don't know if they've changed that for all speeders, but with that one, when I tried it out, yeah, I wasn't, when I went over people, I wasn't actually killing them, but maybe I was just, you know, being rubbish and missing them. Oh. This map is just amazing though. Somehow, you know, it's such a large scale, but it doesn't feel empty. Obviously there's 20 players, you know, some of the other maps, you know, they're a lot smaller and still feel packed, but this one still feels occupied. Like, you can kind of, when you look around, realise, oh, there's not a lot of people around. But, yeah, this game just does a really good job at keeping everyone kind of... It's like Crate, it's such an open map, but unlike Crate, this one does such a brilliant job at, you know, creating cover. Because I enjoy Crate, and obviously there's not a lot they could have done, because they need to make it kind of at least semi-accurate to the films. So, but with the tunnels, I don't like you're either in the tunnels or you're out there to get sniped. Because it just creates these kind of choke points which aren't enjoyable. I think in some cases choke points work quite well. You know, they can be quite fun. But in other cases they're quite unenjoyable. Not as bad as Jakku actually though. Jakku is like, I think a map I straight up don't enjoy. Like it's not, I'll play it like if it comes in the cycle, but generally I just don't find it anywhere near as fun as some of the other maps. Oh, good. ACLT. Don't like this. So overall, like, what do you think of the update? It's like I said, I think it's absolutely brilliant. I haven't seen anything negative. I can only assume you'd like it, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like I said, just talk in the chats. It's good to have viewers, you know. Otherwise, just got to try and make an effort to talk so when people come in, I am engaging. But yeah, it's good to have a viewer. I'll be doing this more often, so, you know, just subscribe to the channel and, you know, you'll see, you know, do that bell thing. You'll see whenever I'm streaming. I'm going to try and do it as often as I can. Oh yes, absolutely. I loved that in the last game, because, yeah, no, I completely agree with that. Yes, you can just explore. No, absolutely. I know there's stuff in this map that I'm sure I haven't seen, you know. I noticed the other day I noticed the little tunnels through the first phase, you know, like in Rebels, the catacombs. Actually, they might have been in Clone Wars as well. I completely agree. What was there? There was that game mode. I think they did Walker Assault in Battlefront, you know, 2015, and they had that, and I loved playing that because obviously I love online, and that's how you level up, and I think that's the most fun way to play. But when I had friends over, it was great to just do some split screen Walker Assault. So yeah, no, I completely agree with that. It'd be really good to see that. I think they should just, you know, do as much for the local gameplay as they can. I can't imagine it'd be that hard. Like, they've already got quite decent arcade functions, so. Yeah, Jabba's Palace. Is that in arcade? I don't play them. I play enough to get my daily credits, but I don't actually know if it's available. I'm happy with them. Geonosis, you know, they just got it out for Galactic Assault. I am a bit confused why they haven't done it for any other game modes yet. Obviously, I'm not a game maker. I don't understand the process. I'm sure there is a decent reason. Oh, it is. Okay, I might have a look at that actually, because there's some really cool details in that one. Like lots of Return of the Jedi references. Feel like I should just, you know, spend a few hours just churning through the maps and exploring everything, because there's some really cool little details throughout the maps. I really like the Naboo hangar. I think they added that recently, and obviously it's got like Padme's Royal Starship and, you know, the area where like Maul and Obi-Wan did. I would like them to maybe just not the mic whoops. I'd like them to add, you know, some stuff where you can explore more areas, because you can see obviously at the back of it, but it's out of bounds, the area where Obi-Wan like cuts Darth Maul in half, and that would be really cool to be able to explore that. Same on Starkiller Base. They made Snoke's throne room. I watched someone like show it, and they could explore. Obviously on PC, you've got like mods so you can explore all the maps. They made Snoke's throne room, and we have not seen. You never see it in gameplay, so I am interested if they intended to do something with that, or they're still thinking of doing something with that, because it just seems an odd thing to make. Like, you know, to an extent I understand some things will be like, you know, little references, but making an entire like to scale Snoke's throne room just for a little reference for people on PC who have the ability to explore it seems odd. So hopefully they do something with that. I'd also like them to do more areas of different of the maps, you know, because it seems generally you can only explore like the small areas of maps in arcade. It'd be good if we saw something like that. It was like the other phases. Yeah, the outbounds is entertainment course being another. Right, thanks.
Got it. Initiating transmission.
Yeah, exactly. I remember playing Kashyyyk. I noticed obviously there's like the AI Wookiees and like the snail droids on the beach, and I got into the sniper class just so I could like go over there and explore. You know, they were getting into like phase 2 of the game, and I'm just like looking around at all these little details. Yeah, there's lots of fun stuff in the outbound, and obviously I think when you look up close, it's clearly not like done as well. They haven't put in as much attention into it. Like seeing the Wookiees, they don't look as good as the gameplay Wookiees. But regardless, it's just these fun little details, and it's something, you know, really great that they've done in this game. And the first game I think had it too. I didn't play the first game as much, because I think I got my PS4 in like 2016. No, yeah, I think late 2016, and I got Battlefront 3 with it. And I didn't buy any of the DLC, and I noticed, you know, some fun little things. And then just before this game came out, they made all the DLC free temporarily. So I quickly downloaded it and had a bit of a look around, and obviously Jabba's Palace was already in it, and there's some fun stuff there. I really loved Bespin. That was my favourite DLC, I think, on the last game. You could go into like the area where Luke and Vader fought, and that looked amazing. And obviously like the Carbonite chamber, which wasn't in that actually. I don't think a lot of the stuff was out of bounds. There's just some really cool little details I'm still discovering in this game. Like I was playing Extraction, which I think might be one of my favourite game modes. Probably Galactic Assault and Extraction are probably up there, so I really hope they add more to this map, because I think this map would work quite well for it. But I was playing Extraction, and it was on, I believe we were playing on Tatooine, like Jabba's Palace, and I noticed, like, I was kind of outside shooting at just outside the palace by that big gate, like shooting at the rebels, and I noticed the the Falcon, it like swerves around the side of the palace, like you see it fly in, and it's really cool actually seeing it, and that update's been out for ages, I'd never noticed that before. So it's just such a great thing about this game, just them adding all these little details and references. It took me a few plays to notice, they got like statues of the Geonosians here, which look really cool. Which does make me hope they make the Geonosians playable at some point. They worked on some sort of, they clearly, worked on some sort of model, and you can see them flying in the air. Well, not anymore, they were earlier. That might be another detail that I haven't noticed before. Maybe they slowly flee, because I just noticed at the start of the game they're in the sky. There's just all sorts, isn't there? And like, yeah, just outside, out of bounds here, they've got like ATTEs and spider droids fighting. There's just so much stuff, and you got the LAATs dropping ATTEs in throughout, flying over. It just looks amazing. Anyone else around here? Oh, there you go. Yeah, the gun's got good range, but not that good. Oh. Oh dear. That was good, wasn't it? How much gameplay have you managed to get of Obi-Wan at all? I know some people aren't as fond of playing as heroes, but I really haven't been able to get him much. I got him a few times in Galactic Assault, but in this map, he's not the best. I think the most kills I got with him was like maybe 8, if that. So I've been trying to play him in Heroes vs Villains. Even there, I'm not doing great with him. I don't think he's a bad hero, because I've seen people with decent gameplay of him. I don't think he's a bad hero at all. I'm just getting used to him, and I'm not amazing at this game. I have good runs sometimes, but I'm not the most quality of players. I'm enjoying them, like, don't know if you saw the Clone Wars skin got leaked, which is a shame they didn't get to officially announce it. There's a Clone Wars armor, and it looks amazing. That's what I'm basically churning to get the credits for at the moment. So I love all those skins. I've got all the hero skins at the moment. I'm trying to get some infantry skins, but I don't. I've got all the clone skins. I think I've got all the skins for Assault. What is that? Stat. There we go. They can aim with it then. But yeah, I think I've got all the Assault skins. That's obviously the class I mainly play as, but I do want to get them for all the classes. There's rumours of them doing, well, not rumours actually at this point. Obviously, lots of people want the officer to be armoured, and recently someone, tweeted, or maybe they put it on Reddit or something, saying, we'd love to see armoured officers. They kind of look out of place, not being clones. And Ben Walk, who's the community manager, he replied and said, "We feel the same." So hopefully that means in the future we'll be getting we'll be getting armoured clones. And there are lots of different types of clone helmets that I think they could do for that. There's the Paratrooper, which is on Utapau in Revenge of the Sith, one of the 212th, and kind of just got the singular visor and the kind of weird helmet. But there's all sorts of Clone Trooper variation helmets that they could use for that. I wonder if it will, if we're getting an update to make a lot of the clone skins more accurate. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it comes with. Like the clone skins come in. I wouldn't even mind them just leaving the officers as they are and making a buyable skin. Because maybe some people like it, it can be a legendary skin for all I care. I just really want it, but really I think it should be a 20,000. Oh yeah, I saw that tank and just didn't register that I'm a clone for some reason. What content do you think you've been looking forward to the most out of all this? Now Grievous and Geonosis and Obi-Wan are out, and we've got Anakin and Dooku coming. Out of all of those, which do you think you were the most excited for, are now the most excited for? Because personally, I think gameplay-wise, I was the most excited for Grievous. Character-wise, though, definitely Anakin. So let me know what you think.
Their shields up.
There we go.
The shields are down.
And actually managed to get the... some damage.
Just a little more firepower should detonate the fuel cells. We lost our window with the transports.
I'm not that good with the ATT. I just, you know, I'm concentrating on shooting and then forgetting I have to actually move myself.
Hurry! The shields will be back up any second.
Yeah, no, I actually agree, because the Force Lightning, it will be kind of, if they, you know, how they do it different from Palpatine, Dooku would be interesting, and I think something films displayed, and definitely the Clone Wars did even better, was he's such an amazing fighter, and the way he fights is so kind of, I don't know how to phrase it, he's very relaxed, like he's got one hand behind his back and the other hand he's just standing up straight, and like, he's very kind of graceful in how he fights, and there's no like kind of panic behind it. Everyone else is kind of, you know, attacking quite vigorously, you know, being very aggressive, and he is that, but without straining himself. So I'm interested to see that, but how they implement the Force Lightning could be really interesting. I suggested a while ago that perhaps they treat it more like a, you know, a gun in the fact that it's a single, yeah, exactly, fencing technique. Yeah, that's exactly the right word. I couldn't think of it. Yeah, no, he is. He's just like a kind of that sort of style. And I think it would be really interesting to see what they do with the lightning, because I remember saying a while ago in one of our older videos, talking about, you know, I'm gonna get out of this, talking about what his abilities could be. I kind of suggest the idea that he has lightning, but kind of not like Palpatine, so automatically locks on, more like a gun in that it's a straight beam and he has to aim it more accurately. Give it a kind of wide area, more like kind of a sort of circular range, but it doesn't lock on, you have to aim it. Or yeah, even a stun would be good, you know, that would kind of function like Kylo Ren's, where he, like, you know, freezes them and then obviously kills them. Oh, I think I need to unlock it. Sorry. But yeah, no, stun would be cool. It would just be interesting to see how they do it. Regardless, like, the heroes have been really good. Phasma was not great. I think she's a bit better now. But, you know, Finn, all the other heroes in the game. Is that... Oh, it's the boss. That's why he's blowing me up. Apart from Phasma, I think all the heroes have been fantastic. I struggle with Phasma. I think she's good for just chipping away at damage. But they need to fix her Star Strike, and apparently they are looking at... She's the character they're looking at kind of changing a lot. So I don't know if that means changing abilities or just changing how her abilities function. But yeah, Dooku's going to be really interesting. Gameplay-wise, I would say Anakin and Obi-Wan were actually the ones I was least excited for. As far as just how they're going to function, I don't think they're going to do anything massively more interesting. Grievous, obviously, the animation is incredible, and he's such a different, you know, sized character. But Dooku too, yeah, his abilities are definitely going to introduce something interesting to the way he functions. Couldn't agree more. I'll take out this spider droid. They need to fix that as well. They have addressed it. The spider droids, you don't get a hit marker, and you don't get any points for killing them. But they are actually something you need to get rid of, because the ATTs can get significant damage from them. So that's definitely something they need to look at, and from what I understand, Battlefront updates, Elliot said when he was looking at, when he was there at the Game Changers event, when he talked to developers, that's something, they said that's something they definitely look into. But overall, this update is just incredible. Like, the issues are minor, and they're not like, they're nothing game breaking, they're not like bugs, it's just general observation on little changes they can make. Sorry, what were you wondering about the spider droid, or? I think they could have made the spider droid controllable. But then I guess you've got less troopers in the game. I'm very curious about these this large-scale game mode that's coming. I'm very excited about that. I can only assume you mean you were wondering about the spider droid. But if I'm wrong, do let me know. Oh, I heard you could. I've never spawned on one that was empty.
This is bad. Enemy leader to
I know
deploy.
if you go default you just spawn on an empty one, but let's take out these flash droids. I'm gonna die. Not going well. Who's shooting? Oh, I'll get that then. Let's suffer that. Oh, space droid. Yeah, it just takes a lot longer. Obviously, like I think I like maxed out overheated my gun 3 times before I managed to destroy it. I think I did it as Han at one point, which equally was a bit easier, but it's easiest obviously with the ATTE. Here, Grievous, cannot see him. Slightly terrifying. That new skin for Grievous is amazing. I'm not sure about them making it legendary, I guess because it's got the additional VFX. It is entitled to that, but it would have been good to, you know, maybe have it epic, which we saw in the trailer. They were going to make it epic initially. In that new community update video, we saw that. But, when they announced the third skin, I had no idea what it was going to be. Like, I wouldn't have even called battle damaged. Everyone just assumed they're going to do regular Grievous and capes, and they've gone... It's amazing what they've done, because they've actually kind of, you know, gone outside of what we see. Battle damage kind of resembles something we've seen in Clone Wars, but once again, not perfectly. So it is really cool what they've done. But I was thinking they were going to do like classic Clone Wars, like get a different, make it legendary, get a different voice actor, and do like 2003 Clone Wars, which would have been incredible. But he does have the cape, which they've said. Yeah, everyone was thinking they were going to do the cape, but with the cape they said it's not really possible to animate. The way it works, it would just not work and not look good, which is a shame really, but I can understand it. Apparently there's an actual animation reason for both the films, the TV shows, and now the games. You know, there's an animation reason why they never have him fight with his cape on, sorry. Which, you know, fair enough. And even in canon, functionally, you can imagine it would be much harder with that massive cloak around his arms to fight with a lightsaber, just end up tearing it to shreds. Yeah, no, it does look really good. I think everyone was hoping for the cape, and if they can make it work, that'd be great. But actually, I think, apart from the classic TV show, the 2003 one, I'm not sure if he actually ever does fight with a cape. So, it would have been cool, though, with that situation, and it wouldn't have worked for this new skin. But it would have been cool if, at least, when he walked in, he took his cape off, like in Revenge of the Sith. It's a shame they didn't do that, but I understand why they didn't do it. Thanks for sticking around in the stream, by the way. You know, it's wasn't getting many viewers. It's good to have, you know, at least someone watching. By all means, just please, you know, subscribe, turn your bell thing on. I'm going to be streaming reasonably often, so it'll, you know, just check it out whenever I'm streaming. Or I've got a Facebook page called Star Wars Enthusiast you can like, which I'll always post about streams on. But yeah, I'm going to be doing this more often regardless, because I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but I was saying it to when someone else was watching. I play this game regardless, so streaming just seemed like a good idea.
Any surviving units?
This map is just
We need
really
more
cool.
time to rig the charges on the droid factory. You've got to push those clankers back.
Oh, you small stream on Twitch. What do you stream? Like Battlefront 2 or just games in general? I don't think I have Twitch on my phone anymore, but I'll give you a follow back.
Okay.
You know, I'm happy to. You know, it's tricky being, you know, the smallest streamer or something. This is my second stream. I did one yesterday. I just found it so hard because no one was watching, and I just, you know, felt like I kind of had to talk to myself. Yeah, what do you stream? Like Battlefront 2 as well, or you just general games, or what?
Find a way to get that ATTE up and running. Contact the Republic. Do whatever you have to do. Tell them we need help now.
Oh, that was good. Good start to the game. Oh, I did get some damage. That's alright. Don't think I'm gonna get over one.
Comms relay will
Yep, fair enough. I kept meaning to do Spider-Man on here because I absolutely love that game. So I kept meaning to be doing some Spider-Man on here, and I think I might do the next DLC. I don't know why I didn't do the videos. I guess it was just I think at the time, you know, I was living somewhere else. There were people around the place, so it was just you know, there was no reliability on being able to just stream straight. But now I think I've got a lot more of that reliability. So with the next Spider-Man DLC, I think I'll do something, and obviously I'll do a lot of Battlefront.
The factory's depending on us. Don't let the
Oh, I'm
droids
not
destroy
doing
that
well here.
vehicle.
But fair enough. What's your Twitch name? I'll look back in the comments after I've done this,
1 more minute.
and
Crank her up.
I'll try and give you a follow, or you know, whatever you do on Twitch. I don't use it that much. I remember I watched some of Sam Whitworth's streams, and I used to. I love Injustice, so not as much I used to. But when Injustice 2 was ramping up, I was watching all of their streams. So yeah, just let me know your Twitch name. I'll give you a follow and keep an eye out for when you're doing streams. Okay, that was slightly better. You know, 1 kill was slightly better than none. Yeah, literally 1 kill and 2 deaths. Great start. I don't think I'm going to be getting hero. I don't think. Okay, right, cool. I'll give you a follow on Twitch. Yeah, I can understand that. I could not do it on the hard difficulty. I think I would absolutely fail. I struggle enough on that. I think I play on medium. I hadn't played I don't really play single player games that much. Yeah, as you can see, I'm perfectly fine at shooters, but not good, not great by any means. Yeah, fair enough. I tried to I've been desperately trying, or I was for a while. I just spent hours trying to get, you know. Is it Ultimate, the max qualification on any of the mini challenges on Spider-Man? So I was trying to get them all on that, I just couldn't. The drone challenges I struggle with so much. And basic combat, I don't know how it's easy, just press circle, but when you get attacked, but I forget sometimes. So I was good enough to complete medium with I think on the stealth missions I got caught a few times, which was annoying, you know, when you play as Miles or Mary Jane. But as far as general combat in the main story, I did fine. Bits more recently, like the minigun guys in the new DLC are so annoying, and I think I figured it out, get them with the electric web and you're fine. But when I didn't know that, I was just swinging around and desperately trying to fight them, and it was just so tricky. I don't know if you experienced the same thing. If you're playing on hard difficulty, I imagine you're much better at these games than me, but yeah, I just found that so hard to do. And now I've got the electric web, it's slightly easier, but I still get caught off guard. I'm thinking of potentially replaying the Arkham games at some point, but I've got so many things I'm doing, you know. I'm playing this a lot, and yeah, I think I got the second rating on most of them. Well, what am I doing? I think I got the second rating on most of them, but still a lot of them I struggled with. I haven't actually completed the latest DLC. Like, I've done the story, which I didn't think was as good as the last one. I enjoyed it, you know, it was still fun, but I thought the last one with the whole mystery with Black Cat, that was really intriguing. But yeah, I haven't fully completed all the challenges on the new one, which I plan to do at some point. But obviously, I was grinding to make sure, literally the night before this update came out, I wanted to make sure I could get 512 Obi-Wan skin and the Grievous skin, which I think came to 195,000. I just spent the night before desperately playing to try and make sure I had it all when the update came out.
Sorry, gents. There's nothing to stop the Separatists from firing the droid factories back
So
up now.
I think, yeah, I did manage it
Has some dark
with a little
days
bit more. I managed to get some emotes for Obi-Wan. And now I'm just I'm grinding to get the 40k for the General Kenobi skin, which is out next month. Yeah. And yeah, then I'll be buying that. So I remember I ended up spending it all, but I remember when all the new heroes got announced, I just spent every minute playing this game so much and just churning away at it, and I ended up having like 700,000. And then they announced when they were coming out and how much they were going to be, and I was like, 35,000. I can make that in like a few days, if that. Like today, I've made 18,000, I think. But well, yeah, as you can see. And yeah, I had like 700,000. I was just like, oh, well, I don't have lots of hero skins, so I just spent all my credits on hero skins and stuff, and I still don't have all of them. I think when I did the math on how much everything would come to, that I don't have, something like 1 million, I think. That's only going to go up if they keep supporting this game, which I am perfectly fine with. Yeah, what other games have you played? Like, you know, I know obviously Spider-Man and Star Wars, if you're into, like, just generic, but just if you're a nerd in general, as I am, and I think Star Wars and Spider-Man are something that go beyond nerd culture, or geek culture, whatever you want to call it. I loved Spider-Man. Spider-Man was great, and that was obviously straight up a go-to for someone who's into comics and Star Wars and all that. Same with this game. But have you played any other stuff? I recently played God of War, the new one, and I haven't played any before. I just watched a recap video on the previous games, and I absolutely loved that. I really hope that gets a sequel. It was such a amazing game, and quite a significant issue was I played God of War, and then I moved on to Assassin's Creed. And this massive issue was God of War is such a beautiful game. Like, it looks so amazing, like close to photorealistic. I don't think I've ever played a game that looks that good. So I went to then play Assassin's Creed Origins. I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game since Assassin's Creed 2. So I went to play Assassin's Creed Origin. I thought, you know, ancient Egypt, interesting setting, I gave it a go. And it's fun. It's a fun game. I kind of went off it because I was playing Spider-Man and I've been playing this a lot too, with all the new content coming. And I'm sure I'll go back to it at some point. But I went on to Assassin's Creed, and it just pales in comparison. I think that game is better than a lot of the more recent Assassin's Creed, from what my friends have told me. And, you know, my limited experience with going over to mates and just having a quick go with the free roam. But just the graphics are just nowhere near as good as God of War, and I really struggled to play it. I think Spider-Man equally isn't as good, but it's still good enough, and it's kind of, the style kind of gives it, you know, they've clearly gone with some interesting kind of colour choices and stuff, and contrast that make it, you know, look good. But yeah, I just really struggled playing games after I played God of War, because everything just paled in comparison.
Don't let them touch anything.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I do agree. I had a conversation with my girlfriend about this the other day, and she said she thought Spider-Man, you know, with the swinging and the open world and everything. But I completely agree. I think God of War, it looks so amazing. The story is so engaging. It really doesn't rely on your knowledge of the previous games, which I don't think necessarily is a amazing quality factor, but it certainly brought more people in. I think it just did that really well. As someone who, you know, I watched a 15-minute recap, and, you know, that game, it doesn't rely on your knowledge of the previous. I would have been fine without watching that. I think God of War definitely deserves Game of the Year. I know some people are saying Red Dead Redemption, maybe. I've almost completed the story on that. I haven't finished the epilogue. And I know Online just came up. That is a really good game. I just still think, you know, just looking at the stories of all those games, and just how they look, God of War is it's just incredible. And I can't wait to see a sequel, which I can only assume they will do. They did a prequel comic recently, which I was contemplating reading, but I feel from the cover it's linking in much more with the previous games, so I don't know if I'd get as much out of it as a lot of other people would. I always notice when games, like, obviously, you know, you see, oh, this game got Game of the Year, you should buy it. I always notice that. When do they usually announce that? Like, is it a big thing? Because I have no knowledge on that, you know, I'm very much a kind of casual gamer. I pay attention to, like, you know, the news regarding this, and that's pretty much it. I keep up to date on everything and, you know, follow all the developers and stuff. But other than that, that's as serious as I get with gaming. I follow this, but I'm not amazing at it and everything. So what is, like, when do they, you know, determine what the Game of the Year is? Is it a matter of voting, or are the people who actually, you know, decide it? Because I really, yeah, my knowledge on stuff like that is limited.
The command centers were unimportant anyway.
Oh, it's next month, is it? Okay, I'll have a look out for that, because, yeah, like I said, I don't have much knowledge on that, but that'd be interesting to follow. Well, I guess it would be next month, wouldn't it? Because end of the year. Why am I going this direction? No, it's a long one back.
Their strike team has called for help to defend the factory. Guard our transports until they can deploy additional units to assist.
I'm just looking at my phone, so I just didn't look where I was going. Thank God I'll get there a bit quicker. Always that guy up there sniping. somewhere out there. Usually there's someone right on one of the ledges. Just such a long run, isn't it? This is so fun, but like, this run up. I don't know if they... I would say make the spawn point closer, but I don't know if that would work, because obviously they dropped this ATTE here. And, you don't want to just spawn and get sniped. They kind of spawn you in an area where you're not going to die immediately. Ooh, 2 ATTs. Is that 3 ATTs, or was that one a speeder? I think that was a speeder, yeah. This guy not realise he's getting hit. Oh, hello. Yeah, good. Great gameplay. Oh, I might grab a drink in a second. Just sitting here playing this game. I don't know how long I've been playing now. 1 hour 30. Oh, that's not too long actually. I think I've played longer. Getting decent money out of this game actually. Like credits. Right, yeah, there we go. Natural kill.
Unidentified ally has arrived.
Go. I'm sure what you just said means something, or is a typo, but I do not know what ICANFM means. Sorry. I don't know if that was a typo or it's just some sort of acronym that I don't understand. So, yeah, if you could explain what I mean, that'd be great, because I don't know.
Try harder.
Glad the LAAT is actually. I think they've done a lot of good stuff that's made this game really balanced. You know, not had the rockets included, not had the LAAT. Backwards. Oh, turret. No, no one available. So they changed the selection thing, so you can pick what you want, then wait for a time limit. Yeah, no, I agree. That would actually be good if you could pick it, and then it waits for you to spawn. I understand the I think I understand time limit to an extent. Like, actually, you know what? I don't. I'd like to. I was trying to think of a. You know, I don't know if you can think of why they have this time limit in, because I don't get it. But yeah, I agree. If they are going to have the time limit, I'm sure there is a valid reason. I just can't think of. If they are going to have the time limit in, yeah, then just do that. Let people select what they want, but then just, you know, have to wait to actually spawn. I think that's a great idea. They should definitely do that. I think there's lots of general like quality of life things they could improve on this, but nothing like that. Like, I don't think there's much that hinders gameplay at the moment. I think they've done a good job at fixing stuff. It's just, yeah, stuff like being. I don't see the point of time limit, so I'd like that taken away. But I'm sure there is a decent point for it. Oh, that was good. I saw that happen to someone with Obi-Wan recently. They attacked the yeah, that thing. Can't remember what it's called. I think it's Trade Federation ship or something. No, oh, Tech Union. It's Tech Union ship, I think it is. And I saw someone as Obi-Wan like hit it, and they took it down, but it just clapped them and killed them, which was slightly annoying, but at the very least realistic. But yeah, I can't understand the point of the time limit, but if they are going to have it, absolutely. Yeah. And that was a typo, yeah, of course. I thought it might be. I didn't want to, like, I thought it was a typo, but I didn't want to, like, say it and then I'm wrong. Oh, come on, let's... Nope, no one available.
Do not wait
Oh, there we go.
for me to
Who
calculate
should I be?
our odds.
Why did I pick
Finish
Papa?
them.
Can't remember was there. Oh well, let's see how this goes.
Viceroy believes our campaign for the factory could have gone better. Defend the core ship.
This was
until
a
they
great
can
choice, just
escape.
because, like, what, 15 minutes ago I was complaining about how awful Plasma is.
The clones
I'm
are
sure no
heading
one will see
for
me with my
some
bright,
abandoned
shiny armor.
artillery near the core ship. Stop them.
Might be decent to, like, chip away at the ATT. Put it there.
Destroy their walkers so they can secure the area.
Damage on it. Rework.
I'm done with this.
Oh, here's another one. Great use of the hero. It's double XP, so hopefully this will make some sort of impact on... Oh. I heard they nerfed Chewie, like changed his, I think they've taken his explosive damage down, but made his blaster damage up, so which from what I understand makes him less trash in Galactic Assault. Wow, I actually killed him, yeah. Like better in Galactic Assault, but worse against heroes, because he was melting heroes. Fish go. Hopefully this is doing moderate damage, but it doesn't look like they've got a massive amount. But in fairness, I think they've got like 5,000, no 7,000 since they upped it. There we go. Can I pick this up again? No, okay. That was close, actually. I think Blast Heroes need to have a little bit larger roll distance to have a chance against. Yeah, that's no, I can agree with that. In fairness though, I think rolling, it functions okay. I think my best technique is when I like the person coming at you, roll forward, because then you just roll past them. Oh, not like that. But yeah, so then you just roll past them, and that kind of tends to work. But I don't think you get enough distance. I think they need a fair counter. Han's alright, because one, his gun's really powerful, but his explosive thing does pretty decent damage, obviously. So he does okay against them. But no, I can see that. Since they added the health cards, some heroes have just become infinitely better. Han Solo, I enjoy in Heroes. I've always enjoyed in Heroes vs Villains, because obviously health cards aren't as relevant in that game mode, because, you know, not as much kind of going on, not as much chance of, you know, regaining the health anyway. But Han is now, with his health card, just really useful in our Heroes vs Villains, specifically on more close quarters maps. So Death Star 2, brilliant, like really enjoyable to play as. I got a pretty decent streak with him recently. Not fantastic, but I think I got, like, well, actually, for me it was pretty good. 20, I think it was, yeah, about, I think maybe just over 20, which I was really happy with. You know, not a broken character, but actually, you know, fairly good hero, and I did fairly well with him, which was good. I think they're all like they regain like 20 health on a regular kill, and then you can up it, and it's more on a hero. You maybe got 2 hero kills as well. Maul's quick, so he's hard to fight, I think, but he's also easier because like when I'm playing he can't block. So as long as I can stay away from him. Ooh, it's been a while since that's happened. There's a beast on crate with that lock on. I think they've nerfed that as well, so you have to be a lot more accurate, because you used to be able to just fire that generally in the direction and it would kill them. Now I don't think it kills people as often, and also you need to be more accurate. Imagine Layer's pretty good on this map. Oh, what was that? Siege. Oh no, Iron Charger, I didn't even know. Can't say I've used that on anyone to kill them. Tell me if you want to see some gameplay of any other game mode, you know. Looks like we got another viewer. Welcome to the stream. I'll be streaming for about an hour and 45 minutes now. Might do it for a little bit more. I'm sure I'll do it for a little bit more. I might, yeah, I think we'll definitely get it to the 2-hour mark, so I'm sure we'll stream for another, like, maybe finish this game and do another one. But if you guys want to see anything before I end the stream, in probably about 15-20 minutes, do let me know. I'm not even sure. This one thing I get confused with this map, by which direction I'm meant to be going in. Oh, did pretty decent. I love that Obi-Wan line. It says something like, some of you served with Rex in the 501st, didn't you? It says from one Clone Wars references. They introduced a new dialogue with the droids as well, and the droids are losing. Say something like, this would never happen to droidicas. I don't think by any means that confirms the appearance of droidicas, but it's nice to hear the reference. And I certainly hope droidicas get added to this, because they could be really good. Oh no, it was afraid it was over. They were afraid it jumped past me then. Over on here. Yeah, that did not go well. I think we might have the victory. They're not allowed to spawn any more ATTE, so if we destroy this one, that's it. Oh, I think after... Okay, cool, yeah, we'll just keep up with this. How long do games usually last in this game? Like 15-20 minutes? Because I have to go pick someone up soon. I might just jump into some arcade to get some credits. If you guys want to stick around for that, that's great. Like I said before, you know, I know we've got a new viewer. I'm going to start doing these streams more often, hopefully every day, but definitely more than one a week. Yeah, just, you know, subscribe, hit the bell button whenever I stream. You'll be able to see it, join in. It'd be great it's been really good having, you know, someone watching the streams. We did one yesterday which had very little success. But yeah, hopefully you guys can catch other streams. I'll probably, you know, finish this game and then do some arcade. But yeah, this game mode is absolutely brilliant. Oh, almost got Grievous. Yeah, game ended. There we go. Okay, yeah, I'll quit out of this and do some arcade to get some credits. And then I reckon I'm gonna get a text soon telling me to come meet someone. How did I come in that game? Not even. I didn't think so. Yeah, I'll probably do a stream, yeah, like I said, I should do one tomorrow. My girlfriend's not home at the moment, so it's much easier to we have a studio, so we're just all in one room, so it's much easier to stream, you know, when someone's not in. It feels just kind of a bit awkward, just another person there, and just talking to... But I guess the issue was yesterday that not really anyone was watching, so just talking to nothing. But yeah, really happy to get some views today. Okay, Let's just go into some... Did I get all the daily challenges? I think one of them might have been an Ewok one, but I can't be able to play that game mode. The money gain is just... For a game that takes ages and there's no guarantee you're going to get the thing, it's just not worth it. Not co-op. Yeah, let's just do some Obi-Wan. Oh, I bet I've got it on last stand in one hit, because I was just doing it, just killing myself constantly to get 100 credits. I bet this is going to go awful. See if I can actually... Obi-Wan has good stamina and lightsaber deflect, so let's see if I can survive on one hit health. Unlikely. He looked really good, actually. When I first saw the trailer with Obi-Wan, I didn't think he looked that great, but I actually think he looks really brilliant. I think they've certainly taken some inspiration from Clone Wars. The hair is a lot more
I'd say hello, but you're obviously
like the Clone Wars hair. Obviously they tried to mirror the Revenge of the Sith hair with Clone Wars, but the way it's up, his hair doesn't really have as much, I guess the word's volume, in the other game. Yeah, I do have one hit health. Oh. Oh. This might actually work. Oh no. Okay, I think I might leave it at that actually. I just got a message saying that I need to meet someone soon. Thanks for watching. Like, it's been great. I'm glad some people actually managed to catch it. I'll post on like things as awful. Yeah, no, I absolutely want that game mode too. Yeah, definitely. That would be really fun and something you could do with friends more often. Doesn't look like I'm getting any credits out of this anyway. So yeah, this is probably a good time to end the stream. Thanks for watching. You know, it's been great. I'm going to be doing these more often, so it's good to, you know, have people interacting and talking. Like I said before, just sub, hit the bell icon. Bardakadonk, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I will, if I remember, and I'm sure I will, I'll try and follow you on Twitch and check out your streams if I notice them. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I think we'll just end the stream there. Cheers, guys, bye.